Hello everyone, my name is Tyler, and welcome to AI Football Prediction Lab, Europe's most trusted football prediction channel. On Tuesday, alongside the English Premier League, there will be very important cup matches taking place across Europe's biggest leagues. We have selected 7 matches for you. You can see these games on your screen now. As always, our European football expert, Luca, has analysed these matches in depth and will shortly share his predictions with you. Sometimes you ask why we only share predictions on certain days and not every single day. The truth is, we actually share prediction videos almost every day with our premium members. For example, the important matches taking place on Wednesday will be available exclusively for our premium members. You can also join our channel for no more than the price of a cup of coffee and get access to our daily prediction videos. With that reminder, let's now turn to Luca and hear what he has to say about these 7 games.
Hello everyone, Luca here. As Tyler mentioned, we have 7 matches to discuss. We start, of course, with the Premier League. Our first match is Bournemouth versus Brentford. Bournemouth continue their unbeaten run in the league. Their last defeat came on January 3rd against Arsenal. Brentford, on the other hand, have been impressive away from home recently and currently sit 7th in the table inside the European spots. For this match, I have 2 predictions. My main prediction is Bournemouth to register the most shots in the match. In other words, I expect them to take more shots than Brentford. The reason for this is that although Bournemouth have not been losing games recently, they are a team that often goes behind in matches. The same scenario could happen here. If Bournemouth fall behind against Brentford, they will push hard to equalise, and that should naturally lead to them taking more shots. My second prediction is Bournemouth double chance. Yes, we mentioned Brentford's strong away form, and they have been very good on the road. However, it is important to consider their recent defensive problems. In their last match against Burnley, they were leading 3-0 but allowed the game to reach 3-3 before scoring a late winner. In addition, Bournemouth are chasing Brentford in the race for European qualification this season. They will not want to lose this game and allow the gap to extend to 7 points. For these reasons, I do not think Bournemouth will lose this match. Our next match is Everton versus Burnley. As we mentioned earlier, Burnley produced an impressive comeback performance against Brentford. They could have even won that match. 2 of their goals were disallowed, and in recent weeks they have actually been playing very good football. However, that result was still disappointing for them. If they had managed to win, it would have given them huge momentum in the relegation battle. That said, their hopes are not over yet. There are still 10 matches to play, and they will fight until the very end. They have nothing to lose. On the Everton side, they managed to defeat Newcastle away from home by 3-2 in their last match. It was an important victory and a big boost for their confidence. However, there is a very interesting statistic about Everton. They have not won a home game since the beginning of December, and this is starting to frustrate both the fans and the players. My prediction for this match is over 1.5 goals. I expect at least 2 goals in this game. As I said, Burnley have nothing to lose. They are playing with confidence and are capable of scoring. At the same time, Everton will be desperate to finally reward their fans with a home victory after several months without one. For that reason, I believe both teams will play openly, and I expect at least 2 goals in this match. If you like taking a bit more risk, you can also consider over 2.5 goals. Our next match is Leeds United versus Sunderland. Sunderland are not going through a good period. They have not been strong away from home this season, and recently they have also started struggling at home. They have managed just 1 win in their last 6 matches. Leeds United, on the other hand, are only 6 points above the relegation zone, but they are not an easy team to beat. They did lose to Manchester City in their last match, but they managed to dominate the final stages of the game and showed strong character. My prediction is Leeds United to win at least 1/2. Leeds are aware that Sunderland have struggled away from home this season, and they will approach this game with the clear intention of securing a victory to strengthen their position and move further away from the relegation battle. However, it is never easy to win games in the Premier League. Even if Leeds take the lead and finish 1/2 in front, they have looked vulnerable at the back in recent weeks and could easily concede. For that reason, instead of backing Leeds to win the match, I believe Leeds to win either half is the safer option. Our next match is Wolverhampton versus Liverpool. It seems that Liverpool have left their turbulent mid-season period behind them, and many of their problems have now been resolved. They are playing as a unit again. The team has won 4 of their last 5 matches and is climbing steadily towards the top positions. Wolverhampton, on the other hand, have become one of the most interesting stories of the league. Even if it is not yet mathematically confirmed, they are realistically one of the first teams heading towards relegation. However, in recent weeks they have managed to stop some very strong sides. They took points from Arsenal and most recently defeated Aston Villa. It seems that the players are determined to give their fans the best possible farewell. Another key factor influencing Wolves' performances is that there is currently no real pressure on them. The players are simply focused on expressing themselves, showcasing their quality, and potentially earning moves to other Premier League clubs next season. That freedom and desire are reflected in their performances. That said, my prediction for this match is Liverpool to win. However, I do not expect an easy game. Because Wolverhampton have recently taken points off Arsenal and beaten Aston Villa, Liverpool will approach this match with full seriousness. They will not see Wolves as a weak, already relegated side at the bottom of the table. Instead, they will prepare properly and stay fully focused. For that reason, I believe Liverpool will win this match, even if it is not a comfortable victory. Now we move on to the cup matches. Our first match comes from the Spanish Copa del Rey semi-final between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. In the first leg, Atletico Madrid defeated Barcelona 4-0 at home in a dominant performance. For Barcelona, the chances of turning this tie around are very small. However, if there are a few teams in the world capable of coming back from 4-0 against Atletico Madrid, Barcelona would certainly be one of them. Even if the overall qualification seems unlikely, Barcelona will at least want to respond to that heavy defeat and restore some pride in this second leg. They are expected to play open and attacking football. My prediction for this match is both teams to score. Barcelona are naturally an attacking side. They play with a high defensive line and often leave spaces at the back. While trying to overturn a 4-0 deficit, it is almost impossible for them to remain defensively cautious. Atletico Madrid also have pace and quality in attack, especially with quick players who can punish Barcelona on the counter. For that reason, I find it very difficult to imagine Barcelona keeping a clean sheet in this match. I believe we will see goals from both sides. Our next match is Como versus Inter in the Coppa Italia semi-final. First of all, I would like to remind you that this is a two-legged tie, and this is the first leg of the semi-final. Como have shown significant progress this season and are currently pushing towards the top four in the league. It would not be surprising to see them competing for Champions League qualification next season. They are also one of the teams with the fewest defeats in the league. Inter, on the other hand, were eliminated from the Champions League, but they are cruising towards the Serie A title with a 10-point lead at the top of the table. My prediction for this match is under 3.5 goals. I do not expect to see 4 goals in this game. Since this is the first leg of the semi-final, both teams are likely to approach the match cautiously. They are fully aware of each other's strengths. Although both sides have players capable of scoring, I do not believe this will be a high-scoring encounter. We might see more goals in the second leg, but this first match should be more controlled and tactical. For that reason, I do not expect 4 or more goals in this game. Our final match comes from the Portuguese Cup semi-final, where Sporting face Porto. These two sides are also competing for the league title. Sporting are currently 4 points behind Porto in the league standings. The two teams met around a month ago, and that match ended in a 1-1 draw. Just like the Inter match, this is also a two-legged tie, and this is the first leg. That is important to keep in mind. This is a very difficult game to predict. Porto are in excellent form, but Sporting are playing at home and will be highly motivated to take an advantage into the second leg. My prediction for this match is Sporting to score first. There is not a significant difference in quality between these two teams. They are evenly matched in many aspects. However, Sporting are likely to start aggressively in front of their home crowd. For that reason, I believe they have a strong chance of finding the opening goal. If you are looking for an alternative prediction, Sporting double chance would also be a very reliable option. In a two-legged semi-final, Sporting will not want to lose at home before heading into the away leg against Porto. We have now completed the analysis and predictions of the 7 matches we selected from Tuesday's fixtures. Please note that we are curious about your picks. Please tell us the 3 predictions you trust the most from these games, and let's discuss them in the comments. As for our most trusted selections, which we call top predictions, they are shared exclusively with our premium members. Don't forget to like the video. Good luck, and we'll see you in the next video.